I'm with Coach Painter. If you hear him in the background, that's
what
that is. Gotta feel good to get a win at home, and then kind of a drought ending. So, what do you think? What went right on Wednesday night?
We just had some good energy, and we played on both sides of the floor. I thought our first quarter defense, we switched things up quite a bit, and it caused Buffalo to get out of sync. And then obviously we were able to knock down an outside shot that just allowed us to take a deep breath. And I thought our shots were in better rhythm, coming off screens, doing an extra pass, fan outs, skips. Some good ball fakes, and we had a mid-range game. We could get to the foul line and shot the three. So obviously, if you can score at three levels, that's great. But I thought our defense is what set the tone early.
Definitely. You talked a lot after Valpo about getting Brooke more the opportunity to get looks, where she was using the whole team instead of just scoring herself. Do you think she's fallen kind of into that system that you want her to be in?
Yeah, it was only, the first game to see that, but that's exactly what we want. Brooke obviously can score, but, you can do it with, the tools that you have around you, and setting up screens for her to have shots and for her to, break people down at times. But we're always better when we can create shots for others, just like Tam created a ton of shots for Fatu. It kind of takes that pressure off. So she allowed the game to come to her and just played real comfortable. So all of our players need to do that. If they always put the team first, then the rest works itself out.
How important is it to win out the rest of your last game in non-conference before Big Ten? How important is it to start off on a good foot before you get to the conference schedule?
Obviously it's always important. We don't focus on we're going to win or lose a game. We're focusing on we have to continue the process and the journey and keep getting better. And obviously after Valpo we weren't so good, and they did a good job. And then we bounced back against Buffalo, and we improved on both ends of the floor. And that's what we have to do going into Bowling Green, making ourselves better. At the end of the day, you never want to beat yourself. And so those are the things that we're discussing. We could play a fantastic game, and if somebody happens to beat you, but you can walk away knowing that you played a great game, that's a lot better than what we did against Valpo. So, we just have to continue to get better and better and better, especially through December.
Definitely. I asked the girls about it earlier, but how much of a home court advantage do you think that you guys have, being that there's nobody in Mackey Arena? Cam said it felt like practice, and so that gave her an advantage. What's home court advantage like in 2020?
It's very difficult. We haven't been on the road. Our first test obviously will be at Penn State. But nobody's there. So we said from the get-go, ever since August 15th, that we got to bring our own energy. We're the ones who are our biggest fans and cheerleaders, and we got to be able to lift each other up through, the highs and lows during a game. And it doesn't matter if we're home or we're on the road. We just haven't traveled yet, so we don't know what that looks like or feels like. But we know there's going to be nobody, so obviously that'll be an adjustment for us. But we just got to focus like we've been at practice.
Sorry, I just got called on another press conference. So as you guys move for the rest of the season, and you kind of look to adjust, you were in this drought of being unable to score on offense, and then obviously the clouds kind of opened up and it started raining in Mackey Arena. So I guess how do you respond to scoring drought, and what did you do to fix it going into Buffalo?
Yeah, we just flowed, and some of those shots are going to fall or not fall, but the biggest thing is that we need to execute and get the best shot possible, and understanding what is a great shot, what is a good shot. And we've only played 3 games. There's we've got 4 more before Christmas, and I think that for us we have to be consistent. And we don't know if we're consistent yet. We've got to be able to come out and put 2 halves again together and kind of look like we did against Buffalo and improve. And then the next game continue to improve. And, we're not totally in rhythm. We're still trying to sort things out. But playing a game like Buffalo's a great, great basketball team, very similar to a Big Ten team. So I think that was really good for our bigs to actually have to play against a bigger post player. And, our guards just kind of getting in rhythm. But, we have to share the ball. We have to get better. We have to play team defense. And one thing that we did well is we got more steals, and we were able to get in transition. And, our defense is what got our offense going.
I've seen Carissa McLaughlin kind of shooting around before games. What's her status, and is she going to return soon?
Carissa will probably start practicing maybe in another 7 days or something like that. I'm not really sure of the date, but be able to get back and start, kind of full practice. So we don't really have a timetable on her, but definitely after Christmas. Hopefully you'll see her out there that January 3rd or 4th game. But, we'll just see how things go. And again, it's kind of like Madison hardly practiced and practiced a little bit, and she came back and, they're not in shape. And Cass, we're trying to get pieces back, and she's not in shape. And, Carissa will have the same issues. So, but having experience, having leadership, and being able to have another guard to give Brooke and Kayana a break is going to be really big for us.
What do you know about Bowling Green? What are you kind of looking out for with this?
Yeah, Bowling Green's a very good basketball team. They have a big post player down low that can shoot the three, score efficiently down low. Their majority of their guards can shoot the three or put it down on the floor. They're aggressive on defense. They understand who they are and what they do well. They're a very solid team, and they played us really tough last year. So, we'll have our hands full on Sunday.
Fantastic. That's actually all I got. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Ian.
Got it.